Alright, boys and girls, if you're new here, let me give you the rule on SGA. If the Thunder are playing a team that you think is going to be competitive, you play SGA, especially if there's no Jalen Williams. If you think it's going to be a blowout, then you don't play SGA because he's not going to play the fourth. So just keep that in mind. However, fire up SGA. Cunningham's in play. Hasn't been as prolific as he's been last season, but it's only a few games into the season. We got to give these guys a lot of. We got to give these guys some time to warm up a little bit. So he should be back to his past form soon. Donovan Mitchell's an okay player, 9,400. Reason he's an okay player is because $100 less, you get Tyrese Maxey, who I'm shoving straight up my ass on 9,300. Trae Young has been very mid. That team is mid. I'm not interested in Trae Young. Booker should be a high scoring game out of Utah. Booker's in play. It may not get to him in my few lineups, but he's a good play. If Giddey could go 8,700, fire him up. Barnes has been fine. He's been doing better than I expected with all those other guys on his team. He's in play. Derek White, I expected Derek White to be better first couple games, but maybe he needs warming up too. 8K, he's an okay play. I may not get to him personally. Murray's in play. Amen Thompson, I kind of knew that his numbers was gonna take a slight hit, but I didn't expect it to like be the way they are right now until he gets what's the word I'm looking for? Until he gets accustomed to playing with KD and that new offense, I'm gonna pass on Amen Thompson because 7,400 is a lot of money. Cam Thomas, even though he had a good game yesterday, he's still risky because if he's not hitting your shots, your lineup is cooked. Castle has been disappointing, to be honest with you. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots. I'm giving him time to get accustomed to. Man, you're playing with Wemby. I mean, you're getting a lot of open shots. So I'll go back to him, but I expect him to be better. Quickly's fine. Flag is fine at 69. Not interested in Poole. Pritchard is going to get a lot of burn, 6,700. So not the same when he starts, right? But when he comes off the bench, when the team is healthy and he puts up 12 threes and gives you 60 fantasy points, he's the best player in the world, right? That's just how these things work. Dyson Daniels, I'll pass on. Keontae, 6,500 in play. He goes under the radar. No one really talks about him. He pays off his salary a lot of the time. Simons has been fine off the bench. He's fine. He's okay. I'm not playing him. He's okay. He's kind of overpriced for his role at the moment. Suggs is fine. I'll pass. DiVincenzo, it's fine. Looks better if there's no Anthony Edwards. Dylan Harper, I've been shoving him up my ass at 5.1K. They refuse to raise his price. No problem. Trey Jones, if he starts 5K, absolutely in play. If there's no Giddey, he looks a lot better. I'll pass on Russell off the bench. AJ Mitchell, his price has come up a lot. He looks overpriced, but he produces. Wallace is an okay play. Demon, I'm not interested in. Ball, I'm not interested in. Shepard, I'm not interested in. Let's see what Clayton has been doing. $4,400. Let's see. Today, motherfucker. Shit. Alright. 18 minutes, 28 fantasy points. 20 minutes, 22 fantasy points. 8 shots, 7 shots. Some rebounds. Alright, so if you're playing a few lineups, he seems like someone you could take a shot on. He's getting rebounds. He's getting shots. He's getting about 20 minutes. Not bad at 4,400. Black, Fairs, Alvarado, I'll pass on. Kennard, I'll pass on. The rest of these guys, I'm going to pass on for now. Yeah. All right, let's go to shooting guard. All right, well, we know. All right, I covered Donovan Mitchell already. We know Anthony Edwards is a tough player. We know that he gets all types of injuries. He goes into the locker room and he comes back. Sprained ankle, rolled ankle, all types of shit. We know he comes back. Last night he had a hamstring injury. He didn't come back. So we'll see what's going on with him tonight. Durant 9K. He's an okay play. I mean, there's some spend ups on this slate that you're really gonna want to get to. So that's what's blocking Durant from being a very good play. He's an okay play. Jaylen Brown 8,500. He's an okay play because of his responsibility. But like I said, there's other plays that I probably get to before him. Barrett is fine. Murphy is fine. Bane, there seems to be a cap on Bane because of Wagner and Banchero. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna pass on Bane. Like looking at his name, looking at his salary, he looks cheap, but he's really not. He's priced appropriately. Edgecombe 6,800. He looks expensive. He's not. Fire his ass up. Quentin Grimes off the bench. I think he's cheaper on FanDuel. Vassal's an okay play. He's a good play. Grayson Allen is an okay play because of his responsibility. Braun is all over the place. Walker Alexander, if he starts, he's in play. 5,300. Sam Merrill is in play if he starts. Sensabaugh, you could take a shot on. Dort, if you're playing a lot of lineups. All right, Chicago. What's going on in Chicago? Like Kevin Huerter. I know Kevin Huerter's coming off the bench, but let's just see what's going on. Kobe White. I can't remember who was out. Kobe White's out. If Giddey's out, Huerter looks a lot better. All right, so that's what we're doing. Let's get back to Huerter. So if White is out already, cool, no problem. If Giddey's out, hold on, where's Huerter at? If Giddey's out also, we're gonna give that bump. We're gonna give another bump to Huerter. We're gonna give a bump to Vooch. And we're gonna give a slight bump to Tyus Jones, even though he's been cheeks. Champagne's an okay play. All right, let's go to small forward. I'm not interested in Bobby Brown. I'm not. Like, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be real honest with you. You need like 380 DK points, right? If you're looking for a takedown, you need you should be aiming for 400 fantasy points. So you'll see, I'm real picky with my value. I can't just play anybody that, like, if you a value piece and your ceiling is like 20, 25 fantasy points, I can't fucking play you. I gotta find a way to build a lineup where everybody in that every line, all 8 spaces, the minimum you could give me is 40 fantasy point. I know it's hard, but you got to really find guys that are in spectacular spots. Like, this ain't DFS from 2021. This shit is hard. This shit is like the SATs. This shit is hard as fuck. You really got to pay attention to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be out here recommending, cheap bullshit plays like the other channels do. I know that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So You really got to lock in. I can't give you all the answers. You got to really pay attention to what you're doing and find value that's in a spectacular spot. You see what I'm saying? All right. Let's go to small forward. Like if I tell you, oh, play Duncan Robinson, guess what? Your lineup is dead already. Your lineup is dead before the slate even started. Because Duncan Robinson is not going to give you no more than 19 fantasy points. That's probably his ceiling. Wagner's in play. Ingram's in play. Markkanen's in play. Osor Thompson has been playing a lot better this season, doing a lot more, being a lot more aggressive. I'd shove him up my ass now while he's still 6,200. PJ Washington's been reliable, 5,900. Dylan Brooks thinks that he's part of a big three. I don't know what he's been, sniffing. But as long as he thinks he's part of a big three at 5,400, you can play him. He's going to take a lot of shots. He's going to play a lot of minutes. Jabari Smith Jr. is an okay play, like last man in type deal. And I'm not even comfortable playing him. All right, the rest of these guys I'm not going to be touching, to be honest. Maybe Ron Holland, if he could stop fouling. Sadiq Bey's been good when he starts. Bey, Holland, last man in type deals, no problem. Rest of these guys are unplayable. Let's go to power forward. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, NBA DFS is hard, no problem. I got you. I'll send you my finalized, optimal, updated lineups right before a lock. Check out my Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Everything else is in the description. Any questions, throw it in the chat. Let's continue at power forward. ED, 10K in play. Zion has been good, 9,600. We got a new and improved Zion, right? Let's see how long this lasts. But I ain't going to be a hater. I'll play him. If you find value and play him. Sengun, same thing with him. It's funny. He was like Wilt Chamberlain in game one, and then, he came back to earth the next game. Whatever. He's still in play. Mobley's in play. Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson can't stay on the court. 8,400. You might as well just give me Banchero. Jalen Johnson can't stay on the court. Chat, 7,900. He's fine. Randall's in play. Randall gets a bump if there's no Edwards. Paul George should just retire. Porzingis should just retire. Aaron Gordon came back to earth. He's still in play. Porter's going to get all the shots he wants. He's in play. Cam Johnson, I've seen enough. I'm over that. I'm good. No thank you, buddy. Tobias Harris, he's another one. 5,700 if he's your last man in, fine. But like 29, 30 fantasy points is his ceiling. So you better hope the rest of those guys are going nuts. I'm passing on DeAndre Hunter. Filipowski, if he starts, he's an okay play. Buzelis gets a bump if there's no Giddey. Harrison Barnes, if you're trying to lose, like, automatically, he should be free. Harrison Barnes should be free, and I still wouldn't play him. All right, the rest of these guys look unplayable as of now, unless we get some type of news that makes one of these pieces pop. They're unplayable at this moment. And if you're newer to DFS, always remember that with NBA DFS, you're going to get your value, around starting lineup time and 15 to 30 minutes before lock. 15 minutes before lock is when you get your value. So you gotta be paying attention. So if you built lineups and you're at work, you know, doing your job and you're not paying attention to your lineups, especially on a 9 game slate, guess what? By the time the slate starts, your lineup is already dead. I'm dead. I'm honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. Like if you're building NBA lineups and you're at work and you're doing what you got to do, and by the time you check your lineups is already done. You got to be able to pivot. You got to be able to be on top of news. That's how you win in NBA. Let's go to center. Let's wrap this baby up. Jokic 11-5. He's been a lot. He's been very passive. He's been too passive for me. Bitch. 11.5 K. I need you shooting everything. Everything. You feel me? Whatever. Wemby, fire him up. Vooch is in play. 8,100. My man Embiid. Let's give the Sixers another bump because I forgot Embiid was taking a day off. AD. Embiid. I'm fucking confusing myself. Embiid is not locked in. He already said it. He's like, he said, if you motherfuckers are gonna be playing me 20 minutes, I might as well stay home and make pancakes. Well, he ain't say exactly that, but that's what he said. He said he'd rather just stay home with his family. So he's not locked in. So it's gonna be a while before we are playing Embiid, especially at his price. I won't even be surprised if the motherfucker retires because he hasn't really been locked in a while. And he hasn't been healthy. And that's not on him. Sometimes you can't really help your health. You feel me? Mark Williams, I thought he was going to be something special in the Suns. He's a fucking bench warmer handing out warm towels. Durant, you never know what you're going to get out of Durant. But if you play him and you get him correct, you're going to have a great night. Durant's in play. If Porzingis can't make it to work, Okongwu's in play. Kessler's in play. Hartenstein is very risky. Just give me Kessler for $100 more. Jared Allen, I don't know. He seems like a great guy, but I don't know. Like I said, he be running away from rebound. Last night he played well, but some games he don't shoot. He run from rebounds. This motherfucker will play 34 minutes and have 2 points and 1 rebound, and I don't know how. Listen, don't fuck around. Don't fuck around, Mr. Allen, because I got the FB on speed dial. I'm not playing. Gobert's a chump. He should come off the bench, or they should fucking trade him for fucking, Doritos or something, because he's useless. He should be dominant, and he's not. He's a fucking chump. And I see why everybody hates him, because I hate him too. Who else is here? Pearl, 6,100. I'll pass on him. Offense is flowing through the rest of the team. That's fine. Missy, no thank you. Claxton, I really don't want to play Claxton either. At 5,700, if he's your last man in, he's an okay play. His ceiling is very low. Wendell Carter, low ceiling. Queta, low ceiling. Lively, fragile. He might get bumped and go into the locker room and never come back. Stewart's fantasy points average is a little bit misleading because there was a game where Durant got ejected, I think, and then Stewart went nuts. So don't, pay attention to what you're doing. Make sure you know what these players have been doing this season. I think I'm going to go in and get out of here. There's nobody else really down here I'm going to be playing. Derek Queen, I know he was in the winning lineup, 4,500 if he starts. And there's no Missy, then he's in play. But this season isn't last season, so pay attention. Steven Adams is in play also, but you need him to be engaged because if he doesn't grab 10 rebounds and give you about 8 points and like 2 blocks, your lineup is fucked. We're in a time in NBA DFS that if your value piece doesn't come through, your lineup is cooked. Also, before, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, you can have a 0 and still cash. I got, sometimes your players get injured and you still cash. That happened. That doesn't happen anymore. You need 300. You should be aiming for 380 points on DraftKings. You should be aiming for 400 points on FanDuel. You feel me? Listen, I don't make the rules. I just pass them along. I'm going to go on and get out of here. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video, check out the Patreon, check out the channel memberships, all that good stuff. Happy Monday, and I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.